I have a question to pose today. Are leaders born or are leaders made? For years and years, we operated under the belief that leaders were born and not made. But in recent days, research is beginning to play out that perhaps, yes, some of us are born innately and naturally with leadership skills and abilities, but more of us have had to work at it. We've had to develop our leadership skills through various methods. So what I'd like to talk to you about today is how in an organization could we go about developing leaders? How could we be more effective in having our people take leadership within our organization? Well, the one point about we need to look at in an organization about leadership, it's not just about the individual development, but it's also about the environment within which we structure our organization. What is the attitude that the environment of our organization has around leaders? Do we acknowledge leaders when they do a good job in developing someone else? Is there incentive plans to recognize someone as a leader when they have spent the time and done a good job in developing somebody else? Why is this important in an organization? Well, today we have to be quick to market. We have to be flexible. We have to be able to think on our feet. And leadership seems to give us that edge. When each person in the organization is being able to tap into their own natural abilities and skills, and that the organization recognizes their ability as a resource towards the objectives and goals of the organization. What we're recommending is that there is a partnership developed between the people within your organization and how the organization is structured. As the CEO or the steering committee within an organization, it isn't good enough that we preach about leadership, but we have to model it and show the kind of leadership that we want. You know, it's interesting to note also that what we're willing to accept within an organization is generally what we're going to get. Well, what does that mean in practical terms? Well, if you acknowledge what works, if you acknowledge effective relationships, if you acknowledge someone taking leadership in a way that it enables somebody else to do a better job than they have done today, when you acknowledge that, when you see it happening on the job and you acknowledge what's working, you will get more of what works. So what we want to do is shift the mindset within our organizations to looking for and catching people doing things right, doing things well, doing things effectively. This will assist us and support us in further leadership development within the organization. It is an interesting conundrum. Are leaders made or are they born? More and more evidence backs up the fact that leaders can be developed, leaders can be coached, and leaders can be trained. So why not have an organization that acknowledges the innate ability and skills of people, build an environment of trust that empowers your people to give of their best.